Alright, what's going on, everybody? So, when I left you guys last, I'm pretty sure. Oops, no, double audio flipping back around here. What's up with that? Okay, so, yeah, setting up these screens, man. Takes a second sometimes. Alright, so when I left you guys, I was converting my 30 uh, belt main bus into a 60 belt main bus with 30 pipes, and that was just kind of an accidental feature that it had from being a circular sushi belt. You know, when you join it up in the middle, you got twice as many belts. Woohoo! Who would have ever guessed that, if you multiply a thing times two, then you get twice as much. It's deep mysteries of math. So, and So the way my modular system works, just to explain it really quick, is that so there's a hub piece that inside of it runs 30 belts that initially they're meant to loop, and there's a return on each end that'll loop them back around on themselves there. And then you add intra pieces like a spacer in between two hubs, and then an approach after the hub, between the hub and the factory. So the factory is meant to click onto the end of the approach, and the approach has a variety of features that are a lot more than I expected when I was building this. The first thing, obviously, it carries electricity to the factory. Duh. That's not, and it gives you some space to organize your resources as they're going into the factory. Not that this is a good example of organization, but that's what this is for. It has an elevator that runs through it that would allow you to get from the bottom to the top in case you didn't have any vertical movement unlocked. And it has a sink on the roof and some storage and a smart switch, so you can decide which way you want to prioritize sinking or storage. Additionally, a train station can be installed in the base. It's got just enough space. If you've got a clear path, you could run a train station down here and deliver resources. The hub pieces load from below or from above, and if you join it all around in a circle, then instead of 30 belts that are looping back on themselves, you've got 60 individual belts, like an inner and an outer. And so my main bus situation is starting to look pretty good. It would most likely be a fairly large complex by most standards. And that's it. Right now, it's producing mainly 10 supercomputers a minute and 25 radio control units, and I'm about to add 10 heavy modular frames and see what kind of stress we can put it to, what kind of heavily compressed satisfactory items we can make it give us. And right now we're testing this heavy modular frame factory. It's supposed to give me 10 heavy modular frames a minute. I've never tested it before. I'm just putting it on the system now, lining up the resources to it. This is what it takes in. That's what it outputs. I'm going to apply electricity. I've already had to fix a couple of things because since you can't test in the blueprint designer, you don't know if things are going to work right away. It's got this circular racetrack thingy on the roof where everything that we build in the factory, this list of items tells you what's going to be on each of those belts. So there we see, all right, concrete and iron plates are already being produced, and they're going around the racetrack. And we should be getting some steel beams really soon, which I made those belts a lot faster than they need to be, just because so much of the rest of this design depends on the screws produced by the steel beams, and that's the first thing that needs to kind of hit the line. As you can see, the iron plates have already backed up. I was hoping to time this in such a way that they wouldn't ever back up, but they can't move without screws, and the screws are still going to be a couple of minutes coming. Hold on, let me make sure I've got steel feeding in. Yeah, I got steel feeding in. Okay, we're going to be fine. Come on, steel, you can do it. We believe in you. Where are you? I hope I didn't mess anything up during the last revision, but I probably just need to be more patient. I'll tell you what, this lighting in this game is nice, but it's a little too nice sometimes. Kind of annoying, huh? What if I come over to the light control and turn it down? Or yellow? Yeah, how does that look? A little better. Oh, there we go. It looks like some steel must be getting produced because we're getting steel pipes, we're getting steel beams, which means we're going to get about 6 lanes of fast-moving screws in just a few seconds as soon as those steel beams start getting properly delivered. And I'm hoping I haven't made any boneheaded mistakes that'll stop us from producing some actual items on this run, but usually I have a few bugs to look at, since, like I said, you can't test in the Blueprint Designer. You can only connect things the way you know they're supposed to go and hope that's good enough. Alright, so let's see them screws flooding up the way. Let's go, boys, let's go. I know you can do it. We had some load balancing issues on the last run, which is why I went back to the drawing board. And I tried to load balance the iron much better. Now I'm starting to doubt myself and wonder if I hooked it up to the right thing, just because I'm not seeing any activity on this line. Don't tell me I fed steel beams to the wrong line. What did I do? What did I do? Let's see here. I gotta get down in the guts. And the steel beams are coming out right here. Oh, thank God. Maybe I did do it all right, and they're just backing up somewhere because of a bad hookup, bad connection. Oh yes, it's just a bad connection. I don't have to go back to the drawing board. And you know what? More and more, I'm noticing that these floor holes are buggy as hell, man. Buggy as hell. Okay, so 4. Okay. How about that? Will you move now? Oh, but you want to stay right there, don't you? What's up with that? Come on. I gotta rebuild this whole design? Is that what you're telling me? What did I do? Just mark 1 very slow. Go and get old before the test is done. Alright, so I gotta get 2 floor holes out of the way because they're causing massive cock blockage. Let's see here, on the steel beams. And the crowd goes wild. Not too many people appreciate my genius. It's mostly because I don't have any genius. Okay, so guess I need this out of the way. All right, and now let's get some boom, boom. Save that and see if that works better. But first, let's go see if anybody has see if anything cool is happening over here. Well, we got lots of screws. Some of them are even backed up. You might even say we have a loose screw. Ha, 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 ha. I have a terrible feeling some of those screw constructors are not even connected. Well, wait, no. That one is. It's still just the distribution problem. There we go. I have evidence of 5 of them working, and I think I just saw the other one running. So, yes, they're all working perfectly. Okay, great. So now I just need to figure out why the screws aren't being used. Why do they have the blues? It's not what I would choose. Okay, so you guys are doing what? Yeah, working hard. You were waiting for encased industrial beams and modular frames. And I saw some encased industrial beams moving, but I don't know if they're going to get to you in a minute. Now the modular frames, that's what I don't... Something's wrong with modular frames. Modular frames are over here, and they are waiting for reinforced iron plates. So something's wrong with reinforced iron plates. Reinforced iron plates isn't getting no iron plates. Why not? Why the F not? And why is it not getting any screws on that side? Okay, oh, there it is. There it is, there it is, there it is. Oh. Is some of it actually working? Just not that side. Okay. Oh, that's something entirely different. Okay. No, it's not working. It's not getting the plates. Where are the plates supposed to end up? They're supposed to go right. They're right there. Why aren't you getting them then? What the F? Okay. What's going on? This better not be more floor hole bullshit. Oh. Oh, now you're getting iron plates. Now you are as slow as balls, but you're getting them. Why weren't you getting them before? What the hell? And you're not either. Why not? Is it because I replaced this splitter? Probably it. I believed the hype about this mod being able to let you rebuild the splitter. Okay, you still don't want to give me any freaking plates? What's your damn problem? I know you got them too. an output. Your job is to put out. Put the plates out. And you are an input, and you get the plates in. Go. Oh, F? Is this a cursed splitter or something? What if I grab out of this bottom one? That one's got... Oh, it's the wrong button. Okay, you're clicked. You're clicked. Oh, now you're working. Okay. I don't even know what was wrong or how I fixed it. I have to go fix it in the blueprint. How am I going to know if it's fixed in the blueprint? I'm going to print this again to be sure. Okay, so it was these guys right here. No, it wasn't these guys. It was these guys. And this color is not very helpful. How am I supposed to know that that's what that is from looking at that? How about this? Just need it to look quite a bit different from the concrete ones. Okay, so you are not getting the iron plates in until I rebuild both of these. And the first one lined up pretty nicely just like that, and it worked just fine. And the second one was an a-hole, and it made me look around for another place to hook it up because it didn't like, there we go, and then it finally worked. So hopefully that works too. And I am going to save that and go look at how my repairs are doing. Way over here. Hello? Hearing like a feedback echo. I wonder if that's optimal. Okay. So I see the iron plates are running, and oh boy, do they have a far ways to run. This whole putting everything on the slowest possible belt doesn't really work on the long distances, does it? All right, let's go back to the beginning. All right, here's the two things that I rebuilt. I wonder if we speed up the transport only of these guys, like maybe not dramatically. Maybe let's make this Mark III. That's what, the fifth one from the outside? Yeah. You seriously want to flip sideways if I upgrade you to Mark III? So dumb. And then up on the roof too. Make these longer distances. Mark 3. What else? The reinforced iron plates. What did I just do? Because it wasn't. Yeah, I just did the fifth one from the wrong side, but that one needed it anyway, so whatever. All right, so 5 and 5 from either side needs the love, doesn't it? All right, so okay, so from the inside to the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't make any sense. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. No, that's the one. Okay. Okay. One of them's hidden, so I couldn't see it. That's why I was being a dumbass. All right. So save that. Go print it. See how it works now. This needs a lot of nudges to get into place. Oh, wait, that's not the front, though. Hold on. Rotation. And that lined up on the corner it is. Click it. Hook it up to power so it can start producing while it's loading. See how we like that. It's building. Takes a long time to draw those belts. Still drawing the rooftop. All right, and we were already producing products by then. Well, the iron plates are unfortunately going to back up because that is what they do. And let's see what else happens here. I should have been timing this, but we might not get through to the finish line on this one anyway. There's probably going to be some other problem. We've yet to see a heavy modular frame appear. All right, here come the steel products, and there go the raw materials for the screws. Make it through, make it through, make it through. I know you can do it. Looks like my dog wants out. Yeah, the last time the plates weren't getting through, right? So this time the plates get through. We know we made it. Still don't know what's taking those screws so long. Maybe I need to. I think there's a long stretch of Mark 1 inside there that needs to be taken care of. Let me go take a look at that. All right, so it's the third one from the outside. Okay. Third from the outside. All right, so you continue down below. One, two, three. Okay, that's the fast track. Very good. Okay, then you go back up there, trying to run away from me, huh? All right, and, it's because all these distributions, maybe if I go like that. Oh, wait, that's stuck. Hmm? Oh. The F? Okay. There was one of them inside the other. Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna have to go look at it in the Blueprint Designer. Something definitely glitched. And I don't think that wants to install in there either. Why not? It doesn't like that lineup. Doesn't matter, does it? You can just go like that. Delete that. Make it Mark 3. Here. Make this Mark 3. Alright, now we're getting some distribution. Alright, let's go fix that in the blueprint. That was a pain in the butt. Definitely causing some issues, and we can speed that up too. Alright. Okay, is this it? No, where is it? Yeah, no, this is it. that's it. Okay, okay, okay. So first of all, there's 2 of these apparently. Not anymore. Okay. Mark 3 and Mark 3 for you because you got a long trip. Okay, and what about, okay, you come all the way over here, and then you do all that, and then you want to do all that, that's a lot of time to wait for delivery. There we go. That should be a better visual experience for the viewer. We haven't even started on beautification. So, wow. Well, I'd love to go down there and look at what the other holdup was, but I'm too eager to see what's going to improve now that I sped up those parts. Wow. This thing has a lot of stray parts. Oh, look, there's another one right there. When we do that? All right. Okay, we're hooked up to electricity. I'm going to start a timer. See what kind of time frame we're looking at for stuff to happen here. Of course, it's still drawing, as it will for another 40 minutes, 40 seconds or so. Interesting how it draws the belts one by one. Instead of just like, ka-chunk. Okay, we are at the 1 minute mark since I started the timer, which was we were about 10 seconds in.
what's up, buddy? Hey, did Angela take off, or is she still floating around there? Yeah, man, I need to come up with some new ideas myself, so it'd be cool to run over there. I'm trying to figure out the day, though.
All right, and we're at the 2-minute mark. The steel products are appearing. That's a little quicker than I expected. We should see some screws sooner than we were seeing them before. Now that we have greatly increased the delivery speed and cleared up some roadblocks, looking forward to that. Hey, what's up? We got 3 people in the chat. So, the heavy modular frame factory is springing to life. I can see all of the screws are coming online. We've never gotten much further than this. Well, no, we did. What we didn't see was any heavy modular frames. Oh, look at that. The encased beams are being delivered now. Let's see what. Okay, rubber's ready to go. We just need modular frames and encased beams. And I already see the encased beams flowing. I don't know if I've ever seen any modular frames make it all the way up there. Oh, look at that. We've got the reinforced iron plates finally being delivered. That is what the holdup on the modular frames was, wasn't it? I strongly suspect that some of these screw constructors are not outputting the correct amount, but we need to review that in a second too. You know what? While we're waiting to review it, okay. Hard to get them on every last one, huh? Okay, so out here, we got 101 of those flowing. Why 101? We're supposed to have 450. 450 of those suckers a minute. So what's going on? Is it a screw shortage? Whatever the block up is, it's over here, right? And you remember that's not it. It's here. Okay, these guys are held up for screws. They're not getting the screws fast enough. They are getting screws, just not fast. So why not? Is it the steel beam distribution thing still? I think it is. I think it's the steel beam distribution is not even enough. Yeah, these guys are just barely getting theirs on time. He can't even output anyway, so it doesn't matter. What about these guys? What's happening to the steel beams, people? What are you doing to my steel beams? Where'd you put them? Where the fuck are they? Okay. I'm not getting the right amount? Is that the problem? We're getting 19 a minute, and we're supposed to be getting 70. So what the fuck? Well, that is clearly not correct. Oh, you know what? I bet you what? Okay. I bet you we're held up for, yeah, it's the concrete. The concrete's not flowing. Why is the concrete not flowing? Because you got the wrong speed output belt, because I'm a dumbass. So, fix that. And that. It's still being limited somewhere else, though. Where? Here, I'm sure. Yeah. What? No. Not there. Mark 4. Mark 4. Okay, actually that probably did fix the problem. And we're still supposed to be seeing like 400 a minute. It is climbing though, so maybe it will be. I'm gonna go fix that over here in the blueprint before I forget. That needs to be Mark 4, as does that. It's still not going to be fast enough. I'm going to have to go back there and reprint Interesting. Wait, save blueprint. Come on. I guess we can stop the timer since blueprint's not even doing what we want. Okay, so you go delete it and replace it. Do I want to? Do I want to? I need to click a lot of times and wait a lot to watch it spin up again, but I still need to know what the behavior from the beginning is going to be like with the concrete distribution corrected. Come on. Wait a minute. All right, so there we go. Click this about 56 times. And it doesn't accept all my clicks because it doesn't like clicks that are not, you know, that people try to spam when it's thinking about something else. Okay. I clicked. It's building. I started the timer. Come on. At least let me put my build tool away. There we go. It really freezes when it goes to build those big blueprints. And it's powered. It should be fully rendered in another 15 seconds, I believe, based on previous times. No, it's going to take more. It's going to take another 15 seconds. Wonder how it chooses the order it draws those in. Does it draw them in the order I drew them in? It has to be some kind of a choosing system. Could be completely random. Alphabetized random IDs. And look at that. Wow, the concrete is flowing much more seriously from the beginning. I think that's important because so many steps down the line all rely on steel, and we're using concrete in all of our steel recipes right now. So that could end up making a big difference in how soon we see our first steel beams. We are at the 2-minute mark since I started the timer right now. And oh my God, the steel is coming up already. Look at that. Yes, the concrete. Liberating the concrete was a huge help. I'm going to start drawing my speed checker thingies on the roof. Conveyor throughput counters, rather. So I can see how fast things are going when they get going. If they get, when they get going, yes, not if. No, they are, we're getting them going. .245 is still not very close to the 400 or so we're supposed to be seeing, but it's ramping, so we'll give it a break. Also, we're getting really good speeds on the other steel parts, so it might not be, well, not good, okay. And you figure out why that isn't producing if it doesn't start soon. There's definitely a reason why we are not keeping up with projections here. You are at 82%. Because the rubber is not appearing on time. You getting the rubber you need, ma'am? No. It's just barely too slow. Why? Okay. Because we got a Mark 1 belt feeding into this whole frickin'... Oh my god, so dumb. Okay. What? No, it's not a Mark 1 belt. So what is? There is one somewhere. There it is. There it is. Mark 2. How about that? Okay, go fix that in the blueprint. Gotta remember where that is. I am straight in from the entrance. Yeah. Okay. You are. You're the little culprit, aren't you? There we go. That ought to take care of it. Okay, I have to reset this timer again because our test was contaminated by design flaw. So it's time for another click fest, getting this blueprint back into place. Oh, not in the game. Okay. Blueprints. Free. Hey, you're supposed to be locked. Hold on. Lock. Locked it in the wrong spot. But actually, we're closer to where we needed to go anyway. Saved ourselves about 30 clicks. Alrighty, and this is definitely the front, right? There's no secret trap we're falling into. Great. So, start the timer again while it's thinking about accepting my click. There we go, and the click is accepted. Let's see if it will allow me to put away my build gun. There we go. So as we know, it takes about 1 minute and 15 seconds for the thing to render at all. And if we come down here and power it up while it's rendering, it will already have produced some parts by the time we can even see it fully sorted. We got about 45 seconds remaining for it to render. I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity to swig some beer and head to the restroom. Yeah. All right. So I am back. It's a minute and 48 seconds since we clicked. We should be seeing some steel in about five. I'm already seeing it. Already seeing it. The further liberation of those resources that we just released, that we liberated, are doing their liberational thing. And they're about to head on down and liberate us some screws. Oh yeah, we gotta go. While we're waiting for stuff, we can be drawing in. Or I probably not know if I want to add these to the blueprint. I'll never remember to take them out, and they'll add to the bill of materials once this blueprint is perfect, and they won't be needed anymore. Oh, here come the screws. Not even screwing around. Whoa, look at that. It's like a blue wall. I love it. Yes, that's what that looks like from the front with all those screws flowing. Get the next products on the line up here. Let's go. This is looking good. Looking so much better. I see the reinforced iron plates and the encased industrial beams heading on over here very, 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 very unnecessarily slowly. But yes, they are coming. And here we are. We got them up to the fast part of the display. That's the good part. And if we're lucky, we'll see some modular frames soon, because we have not troubleshooted that part of the production line. But I've made so many mistakes on all of my blueprints that it's very unlikely we're going to see those without having to go in there and fix something that's wrong. Alright, so concrete now is flowing at about the target. That is nice. Very nice. Steel is under target, I think. Let me check. No, that's correct. We should be seeing 150 pipes. We're seeing 143. That is real close. Alright, modular frames, what are your butts waiting on? Oh, you're not waiting, you're working. You're working, you're shipping products. Oh, that's nice. Alright, maybe you can start absorbing some screws off of the line. Yeah, it looks like we could speed up some of the internal transportation and take quite a few minutes off. This factory has existed for 6 minutes now. And it's just barely starting to show us some modular frames. There we go. The rooftop racetrack is online. Gentlemen, wait, no. There's no modular frames coming up yet. They're starting to. They're still on the slow boat. They're still on the Mark 1. I mean, it's speeding up that belt isn't going to make the heavy modular frames any faster, but it will. We'll see the first one faster for sure, though. Come on. Starting to feel the urge to get clicky. All right, so these two guys are not going to move until the modular frames reach the manufacturers. And to reach the manufacturers, they got to finish crossing the roof. They come all the way down here. This is massive, like rude Goldberg style screw you factory. Where do they come out? Sheesh. I don't even. Okay. They get pushed back up inside. Right here. Is that? Yeah. They do. They go around the circle, they come back up here, there's the first ones. And they come along here. Oh my God. That's like a 1,000,000-mile march. Wow. On the slowest possible belt. I wonder if I should go over the blueprint and just... Because the thing is, once they get there, there's a steady supply, you know, and I'm interested to see what that's going to look like. I don't know if it's worth sitting here waiting. It looks like 10 minutes. 10 minutes is 10 to 11 minutes before the first modular frame. And then we run it on a very slow boat trip. We fill up this wall with heavy modular frames before this factory even gives you any. It wants to show them off for a while because I ran out of stuff to put on the belts and I wanted to have an even 16 on each side. And so that meant I had to bounce the final product like 3 times, which I kind of wanted to do also because whenever I make a heavy modular frame factory, you know, I never get to see the final product run up and down the belts. Man, I don't do Discord. I'm sorry. I haven't figured it out yet. I'd add you otherwise. I'd be into it, but I don't really know how to Discord. I still pretty much just cording. I've got a guitar. I mostly play chords. I wouldn't know what to Discord. You know, I unplug. There's that, but then you can't see me because it's unplugged. I'm messing with you, but I would love to add you on Discord, but I don't know how that works. Also, I have a sneaky suspicion that you might be a spam bot, so not super worried about hurting your feelings. How long, O Lord, how long before our modular frames rest in the bosom of thy manufacturers? It will be another 10 minutes. No, not 10 minutes. It will be, no, oh my God. We are getting some? Yes, we're getting a couple of them. I'm getting a couple of more. It looks like what? We couldn't be 87% if we hadn't already made a heavy modular frame. What's up? We made a product. We are how many minutes in? 11 minutes in, we got our first heavy modular frame. Yay! Lightning fast. There it is. Look at it. So beautiful. So beautiful. Look at the little heavy modular frames marching down the assembly line. They got those sleek black grippy things on the side because they're heavy. Um, Alrighty, so look at that. We got a heavy modular frame. We got two. So, what are everybody's speeds at? You guys, oh man, you guys are way low. Way low on the iron sheets or the plates rather. Really, what's going on with the plates, Foundry? Where are you at? You're the solo dude, right? You're just all by yourself. No, I was totally wrong. It's the assembler that's all by itself, I think. Or no, that's the heavy. I give up. Okay, that's the reinforced. Where's the? That's concrete. Oh, it's these four guys right here. That's right. There's four of them. And they're starving for iron ingots. Why are they starving for iron ingots? Is there an external issue? There is an external issue. No. Ingots are good. Ingots are fine. Why can't they get their ingots? Ingots are on a Mark III belt. Okay. They come in right here. Everybody's Mark I, so there's no reason stealing it. Stealing it, huh? Okay. Okay, so it's these guys here. Why are they held up? Why so slow, bro? Okay, so you go there, and then do what? Then you hop up top. Yeah, you do. Uh-huh. You needed to be Mark II. Maybe even needed to be Mark III. Let's see, what speed is feeding in? It's Mark III, so yeah. You needed to be Mark III. Alright, so I gotta go fix that over at the blueprint now. Where are we? We're way out here. Yeah, and we're in that cluster of four. Okay, it's down below. You can barely see it right there. Voila, you are Mark III. You are now Mark III. Okay, so we go up there, right, and then we come out here and we move across in a Mark II fashion, which works just fine. So, let me save that change to the blueprint and go check on production. Hopefully that'll speed up the iron plates, but I'm just giggling because One of the things I don't like about this factory is that when you first fire it up, the iron plates back up really hard at the beginning, and if they come in twice as fast, it's going to be all right. So that relieves some of our issue, but we're still looking for 450 plates a minute, not 291. Why is the intake so slow? Why is it not? Because this is about them not flowing through properly. It's not about production, right? The last one was, well, actually, let's check these guys and see what their health level is. You're at 73%, but you're definitely getting enough iron ingots now. You're fine. Everybody's issue is their stuff isn't flowing out. It's backing up internally because there's nowhere for it to go. They're finally properly supplied. So, where are you guys going and why are they not letting you in? You're going to the place where we make... we traced this route once before. That is a Mark V, okay. That's a Mark III. Is that... Okay, so what's going on here? You go into there, and then what? You know what? I think only half of this is working is actually the problem. I don't think this guy's intaking anything. There's nothing in his pipeline. Let's see here. No, it's not getting through. I already rebuilt this. What gives, man? Why you gotta do me like this? Sometimes I'm not sure if I can hear the little click. It's flowing. Alright, go rebuild. Did I just do something in here? I rebuilt that. Okay, yeah. So one of the two was out of commission. That was the hold up. Let's go repair that at the blueprint, and then I'm definitely going to reprint this blueprint because it took too long. No, that's iron. I mean, that's the concrete. Okay, so it's over here. This guy was not getting the plates because there's something wrong with this assembly, but when I made a new one, it started working. So presumably, if I make a new one in the blueprint designer, I'm not hearing a beep. What if I start down here? Okay, there we go. Got a beep on both sides. That's encouraging. And to show my confidence, I'm going to color code both of these. Oh no, that was the wrong color. You're supposed to be... this color. There we go. Okay, so save that. Wonder how many more dumb mistakes I've made. I'm going to restart the timer. Satisfactory is reminding me that this has been a 12-hour session now. Possibly not healthy. Definitely not healthy. It's already unhealthy. There's nothing you can do, buddy. Oh, look at that. The heavy modular frames are stacking up right there. It is working, it's just not working like we need it to, right? So, goodbye. And wait a minute, we gotta delete all the leftovers from our little repairs that were not part of the blueprint. Although I kind of suspect, no, that was the one we upgraded. That's right, I remember it. Okay, and some of these feel like they're only there because of a glitch. And I don't know what glitch that is, but okay. Going to click that into place. Oh wait, it's backwards again. What the hell? Where am I? Okay. Oh, fuck, it's still backwards. How did I go all the way around twice? It must be that I've been online for too long. Not online, but in this game for, yeah, 12-hour session is rough. Okay, so I'm going to click that. I'm going to start the timer. And we already know oh, not connected. Okay. There we go. No. Put away the tool, buddy. There we go. Alright. Now let me hook up the power. Alright. And I think we know already it's going to be another 15 seconds or so before the render's done. And there we go. Let me see if these plates are, we should start seeing some steel moving through here about now. I just think these plates are able to make it where they couldn't get before. What? I made it Mark 1? How did I get that dumb? Okay. And it's still not feeding. What the hell? That side is. This side isn't. Maybe that's another case of the splitter being glitched. And if I go into the bottom hole, be in business. Yep, we are in business. Okay. Time to go fix that in the Blueprint Designer again. If this takes too many times, might have to restart the game because it could just be a glitch. Okay, whatever the hell I was thinking when I put in Mark 1. Okay. And let's go in the bottom side. There we go. And save that. Oh, nice. Now the plates are flowing properly. That was something we wanted, for sure. Yeah, the screws are hung up for heavy modular frames. Alright, you know what? Let's go speed up that journey. Okay, so five, right? No, from the inside. From the inside. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is Mark 3. Ooh. Speed that up. Speed that up. Color coding. Make it look ever so slightly cooler. Okay. And what is this on this really long thing? Oh, these. These are the reinforced plates, right? So let's get those out on the scene a touch faster too. It's frustrating to watch them creep. That's already Mark 3, isn't it? No, it's not. All right. Okay. Okay, that's all marked through. Okay, that. Up on the roof. 4. 4 is that one. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, all mark 3. What about down below? Very long journey. Finally, there we go. Okay, so let's save that. See if we get any better time. We're at 10 minutes from the last one. Hey, wrong button. I wonder if it's made any heavy modular frames yet. I kind of doubt it, but nah, it's still distributing. Regular modular frames. Okay, so the timer back to 0 and clean up the extra crap. These same ones are showing up every time. I wonder why. Alright. Okay. Remember when we did this? We ended up clicking a little bit less. Okay. Oops. And you're in there. So start the timer. Be right back. That's right, I gotta hook up the power. Ow, just banged my knee on the desk. Okay. Waited a little too long to hook it up. Wonder if we're getting enough steel. I don't think we are. We might have to go review our steel factory because I think it's, yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, where is steel? Is here. Hello, steel. May I steal you for a moment? Ha ha ha. Okay, no. Well, all right. So, oh, it's only outputting 300 total anyway. Shoot, that ain't gonna work. Would you like to join us? We are bringing steel to the world. If that doesn't work, we'll open up a second lane because we're producing 1200 and sinking most of it with this weird flying spaghetti monster. Okay, so see where we're at on steel input now. That's another thing that's been slowing us down is we hadn't been getting enough steel. I think we'll be getting enough now though. We're at 419, wow, 422, okay. Yeah, that should be picking right up. We're putting about 600 into the line and I don't think we have much competition for it. But I could be wrong. Maybe I should put a little more into the line. Maybe I should put a full 780 into the line. But you know what? I think we got it. 511. If it gets to 5, no, there we go. There we go. That's the steel that we need. So, how's everything flowing now? Beautifully. So much better. So much better. We got the reinforced plates. It's only 4.5 minutes since we clicked. I wonder what's wrong with that screw that screw constructor. Maybe nothing, but it could just be the distribution of the ingots. Where is he? All right, buddy, who are you? Why are you not performing as expected? Okay. Yellow here. Uh-huh. It's the distribution of the steel beams, man. We just need more beams is all. He's not getting he's not getting the input. He needs the magic beans. not a terrible problem, but and you know, as the manifold fills up, it'll rectify itself. See, this guy's hogging it all up. Ah, and he can't get out because the main manufacturers don't have the modular frames yet, but they're about to get them, so. It'll be fine. It's just taking some time to balance the steel beams. Maybe I should overclock something to make them faster and less time to seed the manifolds. I don't know. I thing about heavy modular frames is if you aren't willing to wait for them, then fine, go bang them out on the workbench, right? Alright, so we should be starting to see oh yeah. Okay, so plates are flowing slowly. They're not being taken in fast enough. Why would that be? A screw line that is not moving. Where is it supposed to go? It's supposed to go here. Why is it not then? Come here. You getting the goods. What are you? Mark 5, okay. You getting the goods. You getting the goods. What's even going on here? Okay, that feeds to that. That feeds to that. Well, this one's full because he's not getting any reinforced iron plates. Why is he not getting any damn reinforced iron plates? And that one either. It's probably because I disassembled the distribution for that when I installed this module. And then I forgot to put it back afterwards, and when I did, I only put it on one side. So, in order to get in there, I have to appeal. It's not. No, it's not lined up. Why can't I get my... Oh, come on, I've done this so many times. Well, I want to look. It's connecting to the back. All right. Does not like that connection at all. So how can I get in there? I have to delete this splitter. Install it again. And rebuild that lift because they never like it when you do that. Okay, connection made. I'm over here waiting for some modular frames. We're waiting for some reinforced iron plates, rather. Okay, you going into there. Huh? You are? Okay, modular frames, that's what we need. Alright, so where's the modular frames coming in at? Okay. No, okay, we're waiting for the, we are waiting for the, how do I even get this confused? Alright. Oh, I know what was wrong. I wanted to grab them from the wrong side. Can we go over instead? This is gonna feel so dumb duplicating this effort in the blueprint designer. But at least we'll be taking the time to make it look a little better. Now let's see if that solves the actual problem or if these guys are just being dicks. Okay, so you now are working. That is a good thing. You can add your modular frames to our modular frame. So that's a big improvement. Of course, yeah, I hadn't forgotten to get that going in the first place. It would have been happening all along. So we did something there that looked bad. Maybe we can make it look less bad now. What is this long walk of shame? That's the encased industrial beam, isn't it? Let's go Mark 3. Who's talking to me? Trying to concentrate, people. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to stay here, I definitely need to be in Medellin or Bogota or something. I don't know. Some big place. All right, so okay, but that's not what we came here to fix. We came here to fix the fact that these guys are not getting any love from the love place that they're supposed to get their love from. Was it them? No, it was the modular frame people. There we go. Where are you guys? Yeah, it was you guys not getting. You guys were not getting it, and in order to solve that, that guy got deleted anyway. I deleted that and replaced it with a rear fed splitter. And that there, and that there, and then you gotta come up like that to get the goods. They are flowing right here where they meet this where they meet this guy right here. And maybe put a splitter right there and send one to the original location and send the other to a secret location. Maybe not that secret location, maybe not that secret location, maybe that secret location. As stupid as it looks, nope, it looks way too stupid. Oh, the last mile, you know, the last mile. It's the hardest to run or something. Because we're so close, you know? Merger? No. Splitter. Correct? And then like that, and like that, and like that, and like that. And like that. Finally that. Okay, congratulations. Oh yes, indeed. I thought I just used up my precious input, but nope, there it is. Okay. She's going, and everybody gets some, right? And now you are clipping into there like a bad boy. We don't like you, no clippy. Maybe. Did that get the job done? No, that's clipping over. No, it's not. It's not clipping. It's clipping there, though. Yeah, damn it. Alright, so this has to rise up a little bit. Need some floor for that, maybe. That. And oh man. Almost a solution, but not quite. Maybe I can get around it by using a different shape. Bad as it looks. Alright, but that wanted to be a 3 anyway, right? Yeah. Boom. Alright, let's see if we've got function, and then we can do the beautification of the details once the concept has been proven. Okay. Alright. Just wondering what that lift piece hanging out in the middle of the air always is. Doesn't seem like it belongs. I hit the wrong key so much. Alright, make them go. No, don't. It takes the hologram away every time I try to press H. There we are. I grabbed the keyboard in the wrong place, and I put the perfectly aligned blueprint away rather than clicking it. Alright. I believe fatigue is beginning to set in for this session because I'm about 13 hours into it. This wasn't supposed to be this complicated. I already have a heavy modular frame factory, but it only does 2.5 a minute. And I don't want to build 4 of them. And I don't even know what I need 10 for, but now that we're doing this, we're doing this. And it needs to work. Okay. Oops. Forgot to start the timer. And I need to plug it in. All right, it's most likely about 30 seconds from rendering, 35 or 40. Another 15 seconds. It should be rendered, and it should already be producing quite a bit of concrete and iron plates. Yep. There we go. And we're probably about 30 seconds away from seeing some steel products on the line. Alright, let's start seeing how fast things are moving, because I still think alright, well, here come the screws. Alright, so hopefully our heavy modular frames are going to flow this time. Looks like we're getting the plates very slowly, but yeah. Alright, so I'm going to head up to the roof and see what the speed of everything is. Well, the modular frames are coming to save the day, I guess. Alright, we're about to start going on these. We're at 7.5 minutes. Alright, we made our first product. It's going to take another 2 or 3 minutes to roll off the line, but shit, at least everything's working, although we probably still have quite a few speed things to adjust. "17 of those. 19. How many are we supposed to be seeing? I didn't write it down. I guess it's 50. We're supposed to be seeing 50 a minute? Oh man, something's wrong. Alright. Alright, so what is the holdup, people? Where's my 50 a minute? Alright, we're not getting the plates in fast enough. And we need... Oh shit. Yeah. The plates have to be marked too. They have to be marked too. I was wrong. Okay, back to the blueprint designer. Because I need what? I need... Yeah, I'm making... Yeah, that's Mark II all the way. I screwed that up. Okay. Here we go. We're knocking out these problems one by one. It wasn't stopping us, it was just slowing us down. Okay, where are you? Okay, I'll put the one, ball with the ball. Yeah, always. Alright, so 3, and I was doing that like, well, it's a luxury, but it's not. Okay, that's Mark III. Continue the color code so I don't get lost. Okay. Those need to be Mark II. And now I forgot which one I was working on again. Alright, and I need to go up top and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down below again. 1, 2, 3. What did I just trace the wrong line of? That was not. What the hell? Oh, 5th from the wrong side. I was looking at. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. So what did I just destroy? Okay, whatever, no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got my sides reversed in my head. Okay, that should take care of it as far as belt speeds go for that. I'm going to do one more test. Maybe this will be the one. Maybe. We're already kicking ass. We're just not, kicking all of the ass. Okay, see this? That's weird. I hope I didn't just delete something from that factory by accident. Start timer. Wait, build tool. Okay. All right, we are on schedule for some steel parts in about 5 seconds, 5 or 10. And look at that, they're ahead of schedule. Looks like we did improve something. Still something wrong with the speed of the plates. And I don't know what that is yet, but I'm going to figure it out. It doesn't even seem like they're leaving the factory fast enough. What, Mark? Oh, yeah. Stuff's not clearing the factory fast enough. 14, that should be 240. Alright, so it's the screws that are not letting the plates flow. It's the screws. And what's making the screws not flow is the steel beams not arriving to them on time. So hopefully, after several hours, that will load balance out. Oh, we should have, oh, look at that. The modular frames are making progress, quite a bit of progress. And we're only 6 minutes into this. We started making them at about the 7-minute mark last time, I think it was, right? Yeah. Something like that. Yep. First one, 7.5 minutes or so, just like last time. Still not getting anywhere near enough modular frames. Aren't we supposed to be getting 50? What is up with that now? Didn't we fix your guys' belt speed. Why is nothing changing? Oh man. Okay, so that, oh, I got another Mark 1 right here. Well, no wonder. I'm still not getting them fast enough. What the hell? We need close to 80 of these in a minute. What are we producing? Oh, it's still about the screws, though, isn't it? Still about the screws, I betcha. Yeah, very short on those. Which is a screw issue, which is a load balancing issue on the steel. Um, mhm. It's poor load balancing. I think we're going to have to revisit this after a break and see if we can load balance the steel beam distribution to these constructors a little better, because it's, well, they don't consume exactly the same, but 2 to 10, 1 to 10 is not easy load balancing. Also, some of them are not able to output. Is that what's up? Oh, well, naturally, if we're not taking them in. But that's not the problem with these, is it? me in. Alright. Uh-huh. So... Okay, none of these need to be anything but Mark 5. So... Upgrade, 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 upgrade. Are they Mark 5 everywhere else? I think they are. Okay. Alright, I need to go fix that in the blueprint. Simple things become more difficult when you put too many hours into this. Actually, maybe if I sample these, I can do the color at the same time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I want to check and see if we had an issue with this. Yes. Where am I? Alright, so but all that's fine. Mark 1 is fine for 40. Oh, but it's... very confused. Okay, I get it now. I realize what I did. This only serves those, and it doesn't really need Mark 2. No, wait, no. Okay. How do the front ones get fed? Yeah. That was an issue. A little too many hours into this session to articulate it, but yeah, we had a lift that was the wrong speed. So let's see how it's gonna work now. Check out my Groovy Factory, everybody. It looks really cool. We're just testing this heavy modular frame module with integrated rooftop racetrack, elevator, and several pieces of the blueprint that seem to be demon possessed and don't want to. Did I actually save that before? My mind is messing with me. I can't remember if I saved the blueprint. Okay, now it's definitely saved. And I still have this stray lift. I pressed H as if I hadn't pressed it before. Wow. This session is dragging on. Maybe I need another beer, then it'll be more fun. Okay, I'm going to click and start the timer. Put away the tool. All right. And it's powered up. 25 seconds. Again. I'll be right back. Okay, minute 22 seconds in. 27. Finally finishes rendering. We should see steel in 3, 2, 1. There we go. The beams and the pipes. And we're going to see screws in about another full minute, unfortunately, probably. I think screws appear about the 2-minute mark, right? While we're up here putting our conveyor throughput and measury things on. Okie doke. Yep, The screws showed up while we were doing that, as predicted. Alright, and these guys. Getting it done. Resources are flowing into that machine rather nicely. Something's wrong with the speed that fills up at. Oh, because there's nothing filling it up. Well, that could be an issue. I understand. Sometimes people can't make stuff with screws when they don't have any screws. Not all the time. It's most of the time. I think we are almost certainly going to have to do a load balancing solution for the screw constructors, because trying to balance only 70 steel beams a minute 6 ways, that's 10 per minute per machine. Each machine is consuming approximately 7 or 8 a minute, so take quite a few hours to get the manifold properly distributed. But we now have our plates running properly. That's great. And here come the modular frames. How many of those are we supposed to be seeing? Did I write it down, or was I a pussy about it? I was a pussy about it. We need 50 a minute. 50, bro. And it's the screws, man, but it could balance itself a little faster than we expect, because these guys are going to stay backed up if we don't have enough modular frames. That's just what they do. And that'll cause their input to saturate quicker. We're dealing with so low volumes of steel beams that. So we're coming up on 7.5 minutes, which means we should have a heavy modular frame rolling off the line if things are still going as well as they have been. It has rolled off the line. We're waiting on supplies for the second one. There we go. Yeah, still. Everything's exactly the same. Constructors not getting their ingots fast enough. Definitely an issue. breaking everything down. One to 10 load balance is what I need to do. It's going to take some space because we're talking about 1 to 2 and then 2 1 to 5s, which is really 1 to 6 with one branch folded back in on itself. I wonder if there's a quick fix. It's nice we got everything else sorted, huh? It's looking kind of interesting in here. I think good might be a stretch. Okay, and so I've got these coming up. One's going over there to them. So obviously these guys are backing up really fast, I would imagine. Yeah, they got reserves, man. They got reserves for days. But it's still going to take them a really long time to back up enough that these guys get any extra. Because they're sitting here starving, waiting for steel beams. Okay, here's my little bullshit distribution center. I'm sending one. I'm sending one to the end of the line. One to the middle of the line. I think I might be causing problems with that because it doesn't go far enough. So if I'm not mistaken, it's confusing. Okay, so well, the first machine's doing really good. Second one ain't getting squat. Third machine's doing really good. Too good. And then this one here ain't getting squat. So what are we going to do about... Quit falling. So what are we going to do about that? Could simply I can't do this load balance after this many hours online of the game. I'm just gonna have to let it balance over several hours the old-fashioned way and do the load balance in the morning. Those screws are held up because they're not getting an even distribution of the steel beams. I'm going to let it run for a while and see what happens, see if it ever does balance out. At what point, I guess I better hook up the output now that we've been doing this a while, huh? What kind of crazy experiment? Oh, I had some rogue items coming in the line. So well, that looks weird, but we'll take care of it. And we will be storing them for now, not smashing them up and sending them into space. What kind of belt speeds are we running up here? They do seem to be doing a little better, huh? Slightly, I don't know why. I don't think anything's changed that would make them better. And the numbers are still crap. Is this dude really at 0? Why? Why 0? Oh. Well, that's unusual. I had forgotten to set up the egress. That solves a huge mystery. This is going to look like crap, and I'm going to make a note to do this in the morning properly. Okay, that is not what I was doing. What was I doing? There we go. It's from here. Duh. See what I mean? I'm really tired. It's been a while. That's why I'm not doing anywhere close to enough modular frames. There we go. And that's why the screws are held up too. We should be about to see a lot more modular frames out here. We're getting 17 a minute before. We should be closer to 40 now. At least 35 out of the target of 50. I don't see enough screws moving to get us to 50. Here we go. And Maji. You can make it. Keep coming on down the line. Oh, those guys were really jammed up. We won't get an accurate read because we're dispensing backlog. We won't actually know how many we're producing until a few more minutes. So at the moment, our heavy modular frame factory that produces 10 heavy modular frames a minute is producing 4 modular frames a minute. Let's see what happens now that the other half of the regular modular frames have been liberated. Maybe that'll grow. So far it just went backwards by 1. And now we're back to 4. Yay, we recovered. We recovered our lameness, being at 40% of the target. But I'm sure it's a load balancing issue. I wonder if the extra modular frames have reached. They are feeding in at a reasonable rate now. Very good, very good. Continuous construction up here. That's what we need. Yes. We should be at 10 a minute shortly, but it won't hold. Unless the screw situation evens out. Oh, we're up to 5. Even popped up to 6 for a second. This is the fast-paced gameplay that makes this channel great. Watching paint dry in a factory. 7, 8. Is this going to be 9 and 10? Did we solve the problem temporarily? I think it is. No, we're still at 9. Still 9. 9, 9, 9. All the way back to 8. And please, Please go 10. No, 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 no. All right, we're at 10. Great. So, my 10 modular frames per minute modular frame factory is now making 10 modular frames a minute. Although, as soon as it clears that backlog of regular modular frames, it's going to have to wait till the steel beams get distributed evenly among the constructors that do the screws in order to get back up to its optimal. I don't know which one's going to happen first. I'm going to save this game with a note to remember to change that blueprint for the modulars. Free the modulars in the HMFBP. All right. That seems like something I may remember what I was thinking. And I'm going to say goodnight to y'all of you. Take care. Where's my stop button that I keep forgetting to press when I log off?